The grief is so familiar. It's felt by thousands of families caught up in this drug war.
Tapos bakit yun ang nasa utak ko? Bakit ginaganyan nila? Yun lang, yun ang iniisip ko, yun. Mambabasura lang kami. Nabubuhay kami sa basura, hindi naman kami yung mga sa tao.
She's talking about the death of her eldest son, Marcelo, one of 4 young men apparently killed by police officers here in the Payatas Hills.
Yung lugar na yun na namatayan, doon ko siya pinanganak, 1985. Pinatay siya noong 2016. 31 pa lang siya. Kaya mahirap isipin.
She tells us 7 armed officers in civilian clothing came here in late August while the young men were playing cards. Despite having no jurisdiction in this location, the officers claimed they'd found evidence of illegal drug use. She shows us where the young men were taken and shot one by one. In so many cases, that would have been that, with no one left to challenge the police account. But something almost unheard of happened here. One of the men survived. His name is Ephraim Murillo. The officers, it said, dumped the bodies here, and what they didn't realise is that Ephraim Murillo was still alive. He'd been shot in the chest, but was playing dead. And in the time that they weren't looking, he was able to scramble down this valley, very steep valley, to the stream below and then back up and get to the road where he was able to persuade someone to take him to hospital. He's now preparing to testify against the officers. For obvious reasons, his lawyers have been keeping him in hiding. But Ephraim's father and the families of the men killed are living in fear. Even after an unprecedented court order was issued that banned officers from intimidating them, their sense of danger remains.
Hindi po ako doon masyadong nagtitiwala dahil alam naman po natin ngayon ang mga ganyan na pwede silang gumamit ng ibang tao, hindi mag-uniforme, hindi natin makilala. Pwede nilang gawin yun.
But the lawyer representing this case says this is just the beginning.
The next step would be to really file criminal charges against the killers, and that would mean you will be filing murder and frustrated murder charges against them.
So as far as you're concerned as a lawyer, there is no question that this was a case of cold-blooded murder?
Definitely, this is nothing but cold-blooded murder carried out by men in uniform.
Hello, huwag nang gumamit ng droga.
It is just the latest in a series of scandals that have implicated the Philippines National Police. Last week, President Duterte suspended all police drug operations, claiming up to 40% of officers were corrupt. In recent days, he's continued to publicly shame what he calls rogue cops. But critics say the culture of impunity is of Duterte's own making, having previously welcomed the mounting death toll and even pledged to go to jail himself in place of accused officers. This isn't just about corruption. These police officers, your men, have been given a green light to act in whatever way they see fit by the president. Isn't that the case?
No, I don't think so, because the president did not say anything about going beyond the law. What happened now? Some policemen went beyond the law. Look at us now. The president did not tolerate anything of it.
But for all the defensiveness, justice still feels distant in places like this. The case of Ephraim Murillo is the first serious legal challenge to Duterte's drug war, but it's unlikely to be the last. The verdict about what happened here will have resonance far beyond. Tom Rayner, Sky News, Quezon City.